Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Huddle, daily coaching for sports parents. My name is Cinnamon. I am the D1 mom. My husband and I have raised 3 Division I full ride athletes, and now I am here with the intent to empower you to lead your athlete and home like a champion. So good morning. Welcome. Come in. Let me know what you're up against today. Kelsey. Talk that talk, Kelsey. Talk that talk, Kelsey. Good morning. Happy Beat Yukon week. You know what it is. Lip gloss popping, Robin. I'm feeling good, girl. Just put it on too. Good morning, guys. Miss Tiffany. Bonjour. How are you, friend? Welcome to the Morning Huddle. Doc Brown. Good to see you, girl. Good to see you. Welcome. My bracket has that upset too. My bracket has that upset too. We want all the smoke. We want it. Bring it our way. Shining bright, friend. Wonderful. Kelsey says, I know for the purple. Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you. DJ Designs. We are playing in Philadelphia. We're playing in Philly, DJ. Robin, nothing to lose. We're playing with house money. We're playing with house money. Okay? House money. And I love it. I love it. Guys, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Huddle. This is daily coaching for sports parents. My name is Cinnamon. I am the D1 mom. My husband and I have raised 3 Division I full ride athletes, and our 2 sons are dancing this week in March Madness in Philadelphia. Friday. So let's talk about it a little bit, guys. What questions do you have about March Madness or about college basketball and this incredible time of year when we are dancing? Let's see. Hold on. My glasses are dirty. Oh, that's not much better. My goodness. Ooh, all right. Do you get a family section? So yes. So the way that it works in college basketball, which is kind of crazy because you know how we're always talking about how expensive youth sports is and how we pay and then we go to the event and we got to pay to get in. Well, in college basketball, at the Division I level, the players get 4 tickets. So 4 tickets, and those tickets are in a family section. So those are for home games, away games. The conference tournament was a little bit different. We still had 4 tickets, but you could request more if you needed them, if you had a lot of family coming. I don't expect tickets to be that available, that accessible for the tournament. Number 1, because it's actually run by the NCAA. Number 2, because there's so many teams that will be participating in Philadelphia, in Philly, and at the other venues. So the last time I attended March Madness, the tickets were broken into sessions. So you would get a ticket if you're a kid or you were going to a game in the morning session, in the first session, you could watch all of the games in that morning session. But after that session ended, they clear the arena, clean it, and then let in the evening or the next session, people with the next session tickets. So you're not going to go, we won't be there and sitting there all day, but we will be able to see the games that are in our session, if that makes sense. And I will say that for those, there will be a lot of fans there whose teams lose, but they have tickets to the next session. They will give those tickets away when they leave because they'll be so disgusted and angry and ready to go home. They'll just be like, here, I have 2 tickets to the next session. So that's one good thing. If you live near an arena, if you live near a venue and you want to go to the games, I suggest just going there, just going to the venue and wait until that first game is over. And you might luck up on some tickets. You might luck up on some tickets. That's number one. The second thing I want to tell you about March Madness, and especially for those of you who are raising basketball athletes, you need to take them. You need to take them. You want them to be in this environment. We need our kids to see. We need our kids to see their goals in action, right? And March Madness, these are the best athletes. These are the best athletes, the best players that your kids are going to have a chance to watch outside of the pros. So listen, and this is for at least I know it's true for basketball and it's true for volleyball. If you live near a host city, they have free practices. There are free practices that you can just walk in. You can sit there all day and watch every single team practice. So, for example, Furman plays on Friday. So their open practice is going to be at 3:30. There should be a schedule somewhere. I don't know where it is, but if you go to the arena where the games are being played, you can just walk in. You can just walk in and enjoy the practices. And I think it's phenomenal for your kids to be able to see how they practice, how they work out, their physical builds, the way that they listen, their coachability, the way they interact with their teammates. It's fascinating. I took Madison when she was about 14. We flew to, where did we fly to? Louisville. We flew to Louisville to watch volleyball. It was a Sweet 16, so we went to the open practices, we made signs, we went to the games. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, and something in her clicked when she saw that. So if you can get there, do it. How would we get tickets? So Tiffany, yeah, you're not far at all, girl. How, in terms of getting tickets, I don't know. Like I was saying, what I would suggest doing is going to Philly for the Thursday games and being there after the first session, because as teams lose, they're going to come out and give away tickets. And so the teams that lose on Thursday will probably have tickets. They might have tickets for the Saturday game. So you would be able to do that. Obviously, you can check like resellers. Those tickets are going to be crazy. And then I would also check corporate sponsors. If you have any family or friends that work for some of the companies that are sponsoring or hosting March Madness, I would reach out to them as well. But but the practices are free, Tiffany. Practices are free. So if y'all want to drive up, you can sit there and practice and watch for free. And it's phenomenal. I've done it several times. I've taken the kids, and it's just a great experience to be in that environment. And if I see something, Tiffany, I'm going to send it to you as well. So good morning. Welcome to the Morning Huddle. My name is Cinnamon. I am the D1 mom. My husband and I raised 3 Division I full ride athletes. And now my intent is to empower you to lead your athlete at home like a champion. So come in. If you were new to recruiting, if you were stuck in recruiting, if you were confused and overwhelmed by recruiting, I want you to go and get my recruiting playbook. It's over 30 pages of information to help you navigate this recruiting space, to figure out what is going on. The recruiting playbook starts in 7th grade. 7th grade all the way through evaluating offers in 12th grade. 7th grade to evaluating offers in 12th grade. All right, let me catch up here. Oh, and I forgot, I have two sons that are playing in March Madness. They will play Friday in Philadelphia for Furman Paladins, Cooper and Cole Bowser. So we need all the support. See, Joe, good morning, friends. Listen, I have to tell y'all, thank you to those of you who popped into my live watch party yesterday. That was just a special time, and I didn't have anything planned but to have the camera on and to see a group of my morning huddle parents, some of my Raising Champions community there just to support me. Listen, Chelsea was there, y'all. Chelsea chat. She didn't even know what Selection Sunday was. She didn't know any of it, but she was there, and I appreciate that. I haven't seen her yet this morning on the live, but I appreciate you, Chelsea. Thank you. Emerson, how are you, Emerson? I want to join AAU, but I do softball, school ball, and competitive, but competitive ends in June. So what is your question, Emerson? What's your question, Emmy? Let's see. Resale tickets are $91 back row. That's not that bad. How do you do what, Emerson? You didn't ask a question. You just said that you wanted to play. You want to join AAU, but you do school softball. Well, it looks like you might not be able to do both based on what you're saying. So if that's the case, you have to choose one. You have to choose one. And if you want to play after high school, my advice is to choose the sport that you were built for and that you were best at. All right. Wonderful. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Huddle. This is daily coaching for sports parents. You want to play for AAU, then play for AAU. Guys, a lot of the situations, a lot of the things that you deal with as a sports parent and even as an athlete like Emerson here, it comes down to choices. You have to make a choice sometimes. You can't do everything, right? You can't do everything, and you can't do it all at the same time. You are going to have to make choices. And the way that you determine what the right choice is for you, the right decision, is based on your goals. What are the goals that you have as an athlete? What are the goals that your family has set for the athlete and the sport? That goal is at the top of every decision that you make. Every question that you have should lead you back to that goal. And the questions would be, is this camp, is this team, is this clinic, is this game going to help me get closer? Is that going to help the athlete get closer to their goals or not? Without a goal, you are just willy-nilly out here doing whatever. You were willy-nilly doing whatever. With a goal, you now can create a strategy. You can create a recruiting plan. You can create a recruiting plan to help your athlete, to help the family move toward the goal. The power is in the plan. The power is in the plan, okay? Set the goal, create the plan. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Or rather, I should say the process is that simple. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work. And I don't want to dismiss the amount of work because there's a ton of it. And recruiting, raising a champion, period. It's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. It is not a linear journey. You don't just go ooh, up, 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 up. No, you're going to go up and then you're coming down. Up a little bit more and then down. It's a roller coaster. You need to hold on. You need to hold on and enjoy the ride. And if you have a recruiting plan, if you have a system, if you have a strategy, it's going to make it not necessarily more enjoyable, but sustainable. Emerson says, but I'm kind of scared to get burned out. So that's why I want to stick with softball and baseball. It's your choice, Emerson. It's your choice. But I will tell you this. I will tell you this, not just to Emerson, but to everybody. Your decisions, the decisions that you make as a parent when it comes to your athlete need to be based in faith and not fear. Your decisions, the decisions that you make in terms of your athlete need to be based in faith and not fear. Does that make sense? Give me a sunshine. Give me a sunshine emoji if you understand what I'm talking about. You're going to make the decisions based on what you want for the athlete, not based on what you fear for the athlete. Does that make, okay, Tiffany's got me. Wonderful. Wonderful. Based in faith and not fear. What is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You got that, Emerson? Faith, not fear. All right. Okay. Y'all are with me. Y'all got it. Y'all are with me. Wonderful. Wonderful. And I know it's difficult, but that's what you need to be working toward. And that's what you need to teach your child. We make decisions based on faith and not fear. Switch AAU programs based on what he needs versus the glitz and the glam. Absolutely. And let me also, Tiffany, that is a wonderful point that you bring up there, because everything, Tiffany, that is a wonderful point that you bring up there, because everything, especially when it comes to youth sports, when it comes to recruiting, there is a focus put on the shiny things, right? There is the attention goes to the programs that have the best social media, that put together the great mixtapes, and, it's all flashy and, ooh, look at me, look at us, we're going here, we're doing that. You need some substance. You need some substance, guys. And in order to get to the substance, you and your athlete have to do the hard work of really talking about what their goals are and creating a plan, and then running everything through the plan. Is this AAU team going to help you achieve your goals? Or is this AAU team going to help you achieve your goals? It can't be, oh, well, this AAU team has better social media and their uniforms look better. No. Unless that's your goal. Unless your goal is to play with the team that has the best uniforms, then okay, then maybe that is the right thing for you. But if you are really trying to develop, if you are really trying to get your athlete in position to play after high school, if you are really trying to get your athlete in position to earn a scholarship, you need to be working off your plan, period. Successful recruiting is broken down into 3 phases. Step 1 is exposure. Step 2 is communication, and step 3 is relationships. Exposure, communication, relationships. Exposure, communication, relationships. That's it. That's it. If you are new to recruiting, if you've been in recruiting for a while, but you're just treading water, you're not making any progress, if you are drowning in recruiting, if you are overwhelmed and confused, you need my recruiting playbook. You need my recruiting playbook. It is for all sports. It is for both genders, and it starts in 7th grade. 7th grade all the way through evaluating offers in 12th grade. All right? What questions do you guys have for me? Any questions this morning? Those of you that live on the East Coast, I need you to be careful today. I got information from Alexa about some crazy weather system like tornadoes. It is unseasonably warm today. Storms are coming, and they're talking about tornadoes. Lots of schools have closed. Other school districts are closing early. So if you have errands you need to run, I need you to do that early before these tornadoes coming. Schools close early. Yes, the math didn't even open today. I got the text last night. Yes, warnings until 2 p.m. Right. We need to be safe out here. No practices, no games. Get your kids and get home. East Coast is looking crazy today. All right. So let's talk a little bit more about March Madness. So yesterday was Selection Sunday, and we found out immediately that we're going to Philadelphia. We are playing UConn on Friday. We know a handful of players on UConn, players that my boys, my young men grew up playing with, and playing against. So that's exciting, right? That's exciting. Good morning. Welcome. Oh, Tiffany, how are the boys feeling? They are excited, Tiffany. It still feels very surreal because March Madness is what they grew up on. We have always watched, March Madness as a family. And last night it was just crazy to be watching the selection show. Crazy in the best way. Crazy in the best way to be watching the selection show. And we're on Facebook at the same time so we can see the event happening at Furman. They had a live selection show there on campus. So we're watching the live show over here. We're watching it on TV, on CBS. And to be watching that and see their school called and see where we're going it was beyond exciting. Madison and Steve were screaming. I might have yelped a time or two. The dog was barking. Like, we were turned up, Tiffany. And then we talked to Cooper first after the selection show. And he's very chill. Cooper does not, he works hard to stay even. And it has benefited him tremendously. It has benefited him tremendously. He never gets too high or too low. He stays steady. He's very excited. He's very excited. And then Cole, who's our freshman, felt amazing. Like it's a literal dream come true. There are more people who will play their entire careers. They will play their entire college careers and never win a conference championship, will never sniff March Madness. Will only get close enough to smell it. So this is a huge honor. They recognize it for that. And I am so happy. I'm so blessed that we are close enough to just drive up. I was we were going to attempt to go wherever they were playing. But the fact that it's just a 2-hour drive, I said, look at God. 2-hour drive to the city of brotherly love. I was laughing when we got Philadelphia. I was like, man, I got to get to those Rocky steps and do a video. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? I have got to get to those Rocky steps and do a Raising Champions video. Da-da-dun, 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 da-dun, da-dun, da-da-dun. Yes, love to hear this. Extremely motivating. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And that's why, guys, y'all get me. That's why I'm here sharing with you. It's not because I'm bragging. I'm not bragging. I'm trying to encourage y'all. I'm trying to encourage y'all wherever you are in the journey. That's what I'm trying to do. Yes, ma'am. So God is so faithful again for the win. Train, plane, or automobile. Good morning, Hayden. Good morning, Hayden. Back in the day. Good morning, back in the day. Welcome. Welcome to Morning Huddle. This is daily coaching for sports parents. My name is Cinnamon. I am the D1 mom. My husband and I have raised 3 Division I full ride athletes. Daughter played volleyball. Sons play basketball. Sons are going dancing. Friday, they will play in Philadelphia in March Madness. And we are excited. We are proud. We are thrilled to have made it to this point in their journey. All right. My daughter's just finished first year varsity basketball. Just got her first SEC offer. First SEC offer. First SEC offer. Is this what I'm reading? See how that clicked real quick for me? Where's that message? All right. No, it's not too soon. It's not too soon. This is what you need to be doing. First of all, congratulations. Congratulations to your athlete and to your family. I love this. This is exciting. You guys, because the fact that she just finished finished varsity basketball and got her first SEC offer means they are coming for her. So you guys need to be in position to evaluate the offers, to evaluate all the interest, because if she's already getting SEC offers, then that means everybody and their mother is going to be trying to get in contact with you guys. So the very first thing you need to do, guys, and this is for everybody in the recruiting process, even those who are highly recruited. You still need to drive this recruiting process, because you will get overwhelmed without a plan, without a goal. So if her goal is to play in the SEC or the Big Ten or AC, whatever her goal is, we need over here on the left side of the paper, I need you to write down what she wants in her college experience. What type of weather is she looking for? What size campus? What kind of facilities? How far from home? Does she want to be in a program where she can contribute immediately? Or is she okay in a program that is rebuilding? Is she okay riding the bench behind a couple of all-stars? Like, what is it that she wants? You need to write all of that down. Even talk about housing. What type of housing does she want? I think I mentioned facilities. You need all of this. And then as she starts to go on visits, I need you to start ranking programs, and you need to do it immediately while you're there, because if you don't do it immediately, it's going to all blur together. It's going to blur together. But if she has a list of what she wants and she can identify schools that fit that criteria, then she will be in a great position to stay calm and level-headed. You too, mom and dad, as the offers start coming in, as her phone starts blowing up, as coaches are trying to FaceTime and text her, okay? That's exciting. I'm happy for y'all. That is very exciting. If you are new to recruiting, if you were stuck in recruiting, if you were overwhelmed or trying to figure it all out, you need to get my recruiting playbook. It is the guide that I needed when we started in this recruiting space over 10 years ago. My daughter played volleyball. My sons play basketball. The recruiting guide, it's over 30 pages. It's $27 still. It's still only $27, and it's available in my Stan store. The link is in my bio. And for those of you who have already bought it, I need you to take comfort in knowing that I am always here. Daily coaching for sports parents is every weekday morning at 9:15. My email is in my bio. It's on my profile page, and my DMs are open. My DMs are open. If you were new to Raising Champions, welcome. Please go and follow. There are over 111,000 sports parents in our community. Very supportive, very engaged, are here to help. We are here to encourage you. It can be isolating when you are raising an elite athlete. It can be isolating because there are only a few other parents, a few other families that understand what you were going through, what you were dealing with, and can offer the support that you need. Raising Champions is that community for you. Raising Champions is that community. I have hundreds of videos. I have hundreds of videos posted. If you need some information, if you're looking for a video and you can't find it, send me a message and I'll send you the video. If a video doesn't already exist, I may create one for you. So speak up, let me know what you need. And remember, closed mouths don't get fed. Closed mouths don't get fed. Okay, I figured out why I couldn't join your new group, by the way. Everyone must be a level 10 fan. I'm at a 2. Oh, okay. I'm glad I didn't know what was going on. I just got the notification from TikTok that said you need to start this, and so I started it. But I don't even know how you become. I would have thought you would be a level 100 fan, Chelsea Chat. I was talking about you earlier. I gave you a shout out, just a thank you for coming on to the Watch Party Live last night. I thought it was so sweet that you were there just to support me, and you didn't even know what Selection Sunday was, what March Madness was, but I appreciate that support so much. It meant a lot to me, Chelsea. Thank you, girl. Thank you. All right. Good morning, Dom. How are you today, friend? Susie Q, what up? Again for the win says definitely encouraging. Good, good. That's what I want, to encourage. Because listen, my kids weren't 4 and 5 stars, right? They weren't ranked, but they were talented. They were talented. They had the size, did the work, worked the plan. And now we're dancing. We're dancing. All right. Flo Tate, good morning, friend. How are you? With spring and summer coming up, do you think basketball camps are worth the moolah? So, Flo Tate, this is why we need the plan. We need your recruiting plan. We need the goal, and then we need the plan to determine if the camp is worth it or not. What is your kid's goal? Is the camp, the clinic, or the showcase going to help them get closer to that goal or not? If their goal is to play Division I, are there going to be Division I coaches there? Is the coaching going to be, is the clinic coaching and instruction going to be Division I level? Who are some of the alums that went to this camp? And also, we always need to take into account your child's age, their grad year, and the sport. I think that there are some great basketball camps. But you need to look at them. You need to ask them. Ask the questions. Don't just sign up for these camps and think, oh, here we go, we're about to get recruited. No, you're not. You're not about to get recruited. You need to have a plan, and you've got to work the plan. If you don't have a plan, if you don't know how to create a plan, if you are stuck in trying to do a plan, get the recruiting playbook and ask the questions. Get the recruiting playbook and ask the questions. It starts 7th grade all the way through 12th grade, evaluating offers. Get the playbook. Come to the morning huddle every weekday morning. Get in the Raising Champions community. Follow. Okay? All right. I thought I saw a question here. What was the question? Good morning. Welcome to the morning huddle. This is daily coaching for sports parents. Your kids have coaches and trainers, and now so do you, mom and dad. Now so do you. Nev Z, good morning. Welcome to the morning huddle, Nev. Volleyball and basketball. Volleyball and basketball are the sports my kids play, but I have helped dozens of families navigate recruiting. Softball, baseball, women's soccer, ice hockey, gymnastics, golf, tennis. The recruiting process is the same, Nev. Whatever the sport is, step 1 is going to be exposure. Step 2 is communication. Step 3 is relationships. Relationships lead to offers. Exposure, communication, relationships. There's lots of micro steps under each one, but that's the general framework, Nev. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes, Chelsea, you are a level 100 in your heart. If I could change that, I would. Miss Tiffany has a message here. She says, I am a senior mom, so her son is a senior in high school. I wish we started 7th and 8th grade. You can't rely on coaches or trainers to get offers. Amen. Amen. 7th or 8th grade may seem early. It may seem early to those that are not in it, that are not in this world. And listen to me. Everybody, all your kids' teammates, whatever team they're on, middle school, high school, AAU, everybody's not going. Everybody is not going to play after high school. And everybody that is playing after high school is not going to be playing on the same level as your kid. Okay? You need to look at your unique situation. Look at your unique athlete, and y'all need to create a goal and a plan together. And the sooner you can start creating that plan and start executing the plan, the better for everybody. These coaches don't know what they're doing. They can barely coach the team. They can barely coach the team. And now you want to count on them to manage your child's recruiting? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. These trainers are going to tell you what they think you want to hear because they want to keep your kid, they want to keep your elite athlete on their roster. So they can say, oh yeah, I trained Big B over there at Archbishop Carroll. That's my athlete. They want to use your kid to promote themselves. So they're going to tell you whatever. Just about every single person that comes in contact with your elite athlete wants something. They want something. They want to use your kid. They want to use your family. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm saying that I need you to be aware of that so you can get what it is that you need. You can get what it is that your athlete needs from them. Okay? That's what I need you to understand. Everybody wants something. And if they haven't asked for it yet, wait till they get to the tournament. Wait till they make it. Wait till they make it to March Madness. The phone is going to be jumping. The phone is jumping. Text messages blowing up. DMs overflow. Everybody wants something. And again, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying you need to be aware of it, mom and dad. You need to be aware of that, mom and dad. If you're waiting on a coach, if you were waiting on your coach to do your recruiting plan, do your kids' recruiting plan, to help you with recruiting, to call all the coaches they claim they were buddy with, they had relationships with, you'll be late. You'll be waiting forever and you will be late. You will be late fooling around with your coach. You will be late fooling around with your trainer. You will be behind the 8 ball. You'll be having anxiety and panic attacks every day. Do it yourself. Create the recruiting plan yourself. All right? The recruiting playbook is going to give you everything you need to know. Everything you need is in there. It is the guide I wish I had when I started over 10 years ago. All right, let's pull up the guide. Let's pull up the guide and see what we got going on. Canva. It's a digital guide. You can print it out. You can print it out and work from it and just do a little bit at a time, right? Create your plan and get going. Create the plan and get going. Coach Mitch, good morning, friend. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Huddle. It's daily coaching for sports parents. Here's a table of contents. Table of contents for the recruiting playbook that is available up here in my stand store. Nev, did you get your answer, friend? Volleyball and basketball. My children played volleyball and basketball. I played volleyball. My husband played basketball. But I have helped dozens of families navigate recruiting across sports. So I have football athletes, softball, baseball, women's soccer, lacrosse, ice hockey, swimming. I have an international swimmer. She is the bomb.com. Golf, tennis, right? Successful recruiting can be broken down into 3 phases: exposure, communication, relationships. Exposure, communication, relationships. My recruiting playbook, which is available in my stand store. Section 1, why recruiting feels so confusing. Section 2, the real recruiting timeline, 7th to 12th grade. Section 3, the recruiting process explained, from exposure to offers. Section 4, exposure without the money grab. We're gonna talk about AAU. Because let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. I'm gonna come back to this, but a lot of these kids playing AAU, most of them playing AAU will never make it to March Madness. Will never make it to March Madness. Will never make it onto a college team. We'll come back to that. So section 4 is exposure without the money grab. Section 5, what parents should be doing and what to let go of. What parents should be doing and what to let go of. Section 6, when things don't go as planned and how to reset. Section 7, what to do next, making confident recruiting decisions. That's it. That's my recruiting playbook. 31 pages. Written by me. It took me 2 months to put this together because I wanted it to be useful. I wanted to serve you. And that's what I have created. All right. And everything that I share with you guys here on the Morning Huddle, over in Raising Champions, in any product that I create, on the phone calls that you guys schedule, everything is based on my lived experience. I'm not telling you something that I read in a Facebook group. I'm not telling you something that I overheard at the court or at the field, or something that my neighbor did. This is based on my lived experience. We have raised 3 Division I full ride athletes. And now I am here to empower you to raise and lead your athlete in home like a champion. All right. All right. Coach Mitch, we are playing Friday in Philadelphia. We play UConn. We play UConn on Friday. Now, it's a late game. It's a late game, y'all. It's a late game. I go to bed early. I go to bed early. So you better believe on Friday, I'm going to take me a disco nap in the middle of the day. Do you remember disco naps now? When you were in college and you knew you were going out, if I had a long day of class and practice, but I was going out that night, I'm gonna get me a little power nap. I'm going to get me a power nap, a disco nap, so I can be ready to be at the club, before, right at like 9:45. If it's ladies getting free until 10, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be there to get in free. All right. That's the old Cinnamon. But I still remember her. So I will be taking a power nap on Friday so I can be on 100 for the game. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. All right. I saw a question, Robin, and it got away from me. I don't even remember what it was about. It was the last one you had pinned. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, flotate. The more attention our daughter gets, the less supportive other parents are becoming. Number one, I love that for you, Flotate, because she's shining. I love that for you. Number two, I'm not surprised. Because people are haters. A lot of people, well, first of all, you have to remember that your daughter, your athlete, you need to keep teaching her. And if you guys are in this situation, you need to listen up. You need to use this as a teachable moment so that your kid doesn't feel like they need to withdraw, like they need to tone down, or they need to stop working so hard. You need to teach them to be comfortable in the spotlight, right? She earned that. It's hers. She won't always have it. But she needs to understand she can't dim her light to make other people comfortable. She cannot dim her light to make other people comfortable. This is a valuable lesson that youth sports teaches us. And then for you, mom and dad, this is just a reminder, these people aren't your friends. They're not your friends. You know, when everybody is the same, then it's, oh, he, ha, ha, let's go out, let's do this, let's do that. But as soon as they think that your child is above theirs, is better than theirs, is getting attention that they're going to be jealous. And those are parents that are not sure. They're not clear. They don't have faith in their child's capabilities and their child's talents. This is why, remember when I told you years ago when we were trying to get information at a team picnic situation, and nobody would give Big Steve the information about camps or what the travel schedule was the next year, because they felt they were threatened. They were threatened by our presence, by the presence of our sons. And it was hurtful. Because we thought we're all in this together, right? A rising tide lifts all boats. They didn't believe that. They didn't operate that way. So we had to separate from those parents. We stayed with the club. We separated from those parents, got what we needed, continued to be, Team Bowser over here. And now here we are, 2 boys playing in March Madness. Daughter has graduated with her undergrad degree and her master's degree, both paid for by Texas A&M volleyball. Period. Right? So Flotate, we're here for you. We understand that we can celebrate your athlete. We can celebrate her accomplishments. We can celebrate his accomplishments, their goals. And it doesn't take anything away from us. We have an abundance mindset, not a scarcity mindset. All right. Coach Mitch, we had a track meet this weekend. Both boys hit personal records. Congratulations. Y'all are doing it out there on the West Coast. That's exciting. That's exciting. Congrats. Congrats. For those of you who are just joining, welcome. This is the Morning Huddle Daily Coaching for Sports Parents. My name is Cinnamon. I am the D1 mom. My husband and I have raised 3 Division I full ride athletes, and our 2 sons are dancing this week in March Madness. If you are new to recruiting, if you were stuck in recruiting, if you don't know what you were doing, if you don't have a plan, if you don't know what a plan even looks like, you need to get my recruiting playbook. It's still only $27. It's 31 pages. It is the guide I wish I had when we started in the recruiting world over 10 years ago. It's for all sports. It starts in 7th grade all the way through evaluating offers in 12th grade. Kelsey said the road less traveled will not be smooth. The road less traveled will not be smooth. Listen, I want to tell you guys, if you have a basketball player, if you have a basketball athlete that wants to play after high school, it's March Madness. This is the most exciting time of the year. I want you to if you have a venue near you where March Madness games are being played, I want you to take your kids to the venue. They have open practices. That means free, no tickets required. You can just walk in and sit down and watch the practices with your kids. I want your kids to see these athletes. I want them to see the size. I want them to see how they move. I want your athletes to see how they stretch, how they prepare for practice, how they're coachable, how they support their teammates. So go to March Madness. This is for women's basketball and men's basketball. Look at the cities where the games are being played in round 1, round 2. Look at those cities and figure out a way to get your kid there so y'all can enjoy that. It's free. It's not the game. It's open practices, right? Sharita W15. Good morning, Sharita. We appreciate the knowledge. You are so welcome, Sharita. You are so welcome. I know y'all appreciate it because y'all tell me. You send me comments. You say, Cinnamon, we did what you suggested. We tried this and it worked. Thank you. So thank y'all. Thank you. Yes, RJR, where have you been, friend? Welcome back. Abundance mindset. Abundance mindset. And we are over here operating. We are being led by faith and not fear. We are being led by faith and not fear. All right. We make decisions based on faith, not in fear. I'm new, Sharita says, but my son has picked up a lot of movement since I have been listening to you. Fantastic. That's fantastic. Thank you, Sharita, for sharing that. And listen, I am going to be here. Morning Huddle is every weekday morning at 9:15. It's daily coaching for sports parents. If you cannot catch Morning Huddle, you can email me. You can watch the videos over on Raising Champions. That's the name of our page. You can send DMs. I am here to support you. Chelsea Chad says, ever since listening to Cinnamon, I'm so much less lost in recruiting knowledge. That is awesome. That's what my intent is, Chelsea and Sharita. That makes me feel great. That makes me feel great. That means my work over here is not in vain. It is not in vain. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you for letting me know. Our girl volleyball season has been busy, been missing you. You've been a huge help. Fantastic. Where are you playing this weekend coming up, RJR? I will be in Philadelphia this week, and I'm trying to make it over to NEQ. I am trying to make it over to NEQ this weekend. If I'm going to be there, or as soon as I know when I'll be able to swing through, I will let y'all know, and we can do a meetup and take a photo that we can share. I would love to meet as many of you as possible. I know Mama Moore is going to be in Philadelphia. Who else? Who else? MJ, how are you, MJ? Good morning and welcome to the Morning Huddle, friends. Son's high school basketball team not very good versus him on high-level competitive AAU team. Thoughts? So I think this is a common situation, MJ, especially depending on where in the country you live. High school is really, high school usually is not as competitive as most AAU program, as some AAU programs, I should say. And this is not just basketball, it's usually most team sports, right? Like volleyball in my area, the high school, they had a pretty good team, but it didn't come close. The high school did not come close to her AAU, to her club team in terms of their experience. So what you need to do, MJ, is look at your goal. What are your athlete's goals for playing the sport? You know, would it make more sense for him or for her, instead of playing on the high school team, to maybe focus on training and development? Maybe. I don't believe it's necessary to play both. In terms of exposure, when it comes to recruiting, coaches will be at the AAU tournaments. Coaches are not going to come to the high school, at least not your high school, because you said it's not competitive. So you will be able, when you start emailing coaches and sending them schedules, you will be able to invite them to come to your child's court at these AAU tournaments, because the coaches will be at the tournament, whereas they will not be at the high school. Does that make sense? So for the exposure piece, it sounds like in your situation, AAU is a better option than your high school team. And I mean, usually, guys, a lot of times in high school, it's just a social, basically, experiment. It's a social experiment where your kid gets to have fun playing the sport that they love, but that's about it. They're not getting any better. They're out here trying to avoid injury, playing with people that maybe don't know what they're doing. And again, I'm talking to parents of elite athletes. If your kid, if high school was their goal, that's fantastic. I'm not saying it's not. I'm talking about kids that want to play beyond high school, kids that want to earn scholarships, kids that want to play at the Division I level, Division II, Division III, JUCO, or NAIA. That's a different kid than the kid that just wants to make the high school team. Okay? Thank you for everything. You've been so much help for us. We appreciate it. Faith over fear. Awesome, MJ. Awesome. I hope that helps you. This is the Morning Huddle, daily coaching for sports parents. Sorry. Turn that off with my foot. Daily coaching for sports parents. It's too bright. That's better. My name is Cinnamon. I am the D1 mom. My husband and I have raised 3 Division I full ride athletes. My intent now is to empower you, sports mom and sports dad, to lead your athlete and home like a champion. If you are new to the recruiting process, if you are stuck in the recruiting process, if you don't even know what I mean when I say recruiting process, you need to go buy my recruiting playbook. It is over 30 pages of information, timelines from 7th grade. 7th grade, that's middle school, y'all, from 7th grade all the way through evaluating offers. Okay? All right. UA next camp Thursday. She's pumped. Fantastic. Where's the camp, RJR? Where is it? Awesome, Mom Boss. Where you been, girl? Welcome back. My player isn't playing middle school volleyball next year. They are too bad, so she will do training and private lessons. This is what I'm talking about. That's right. And again, everybody starts somewhere. Everybody starts somewhere, and it's not where you start, it's where you finish. Indy, have fun, RJR. Enjoy that time. Enjoy that experience. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. But if your kid is advanced, if your kid is playing on a different level, then you probably don't need to be in middle school sports. Good morning. She says, just got back from a tournament and you are beat. 26 hours in the gym 2 days. Listen. I remember those days. And you need to have your water. This is for you, mom. This is for you, sports mom and sports dad. You need to hydrate. So you need your water cup or your bottle. I don't care if it's a plastic bottle. Keep refilling it. Hydrate and wear some good socks. Because you literally are walking around on concrete, and if you get hyped and turn during games and you're jumping up and down, you will develop shin splints. You will develop shin splints. Your ankles will be sore. You need good socks, and I highly recommend Bombas. You need some good socks. Even if your shoes are janky, the socks will save you. Bombas, B-O-M-B-A-S. Good morning, Mika. Good morning, Mika. How are things in Greenville? Chelsea, thank you for the Go Popular. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Huddle. It's daily coaching for sports parents. My name is Cinnamon. I am the D1 mom. My husband and I have raised 3 Division I full ride athletes. Our daughter played volleyball, our sons played basketball, and our sons are playing Friday in March Madness. Our sons are playing Friday in March Madness with Furman University. We are so proud. We are so excited. And I am looking forward to taking you guys on this journey with me. I have been to March Madness before. I have been to the Final Four before. Have been to regional games before. But this is my first time going as a mom. So now not only am I a D1 mom, I'm a March Madness mom. So let me know what questions, what y'all want to know, what you want to see. I'm going to be there to get the video. I'm going to be there to share with you. Okay? Socks make it. Yes, they do. Awesome Mom Boss. I set up a tailgate for the parents and players outside because we can't leave. Yeah. Yes. So smart. So kind of you to do that. That is amazing. That is amazing. Game changer. RJR, last night, did not sleep at all. I mean, a little bit. I slept a little bit, but I was restless, just tossing and turning. It's like, it's still really unbelievable. It is still very unbelievable. So yes, I am proud. I am happy. I love it. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful because the one thing we don't talk about enough is even when you do everything correctly. Thank you, Doc. Thank you for oh my gosh. Thank you. Even when you do everything correctly, even when you create a plan, you follow the plan, sometimes things just don't work out. Injuries, coaching changes. Remember, Cooper was out for 10 games this season. He was out for 10 games, y'all. That's why it's so important that you have a plan, number one, and that you stay rooted. That's kind of cute, Robin. That you stay rooted in faith and not fear. All right. I'm not going to preach. I'm not going to preach today, but I need y'all to get that in your spirit. Faith over fear. Make your decisions for your athlete and teach your athlete to choose faith, to operate in faith instead of operating in fear. All right. To go where they are wanted and not where they want. Okay. All right. Sherry, good morning, Sherry. Welcome to the Morning Huddle, daily coaching for sports parents. 8th grade basketball, single mom, auntie. My nephew is playing TSU. They'll be playing in March Madness on Friday. I love that for Tennessee State. Nolan was one of our favorite players. When he was at Duke, we have followed his career. When he left the coaching staff at Duke, we have followed him all over, and even had the opportunity. We ran into him one day a few years ago. Where were we? At National Harbor by the Gaylord here in the DC area. Ran into him. He was so kind. We spoke to him, took a photo. Madison took a picture with him before he was married, before he was a dad, and to see him now as a head coach and to lead them, to lead his team in year one to the tournament, phenomenal. I love that. I love that. Cream always rises to the top. His excellence, his faithfulness is being rewarded, and we support him. Love that. And congrats to your nephew. Yes, yes. Blah, blah, blah. Good morning, friend. How are you? Welcome to the Morning Huddle and happy Monday. First team at a medium range club or second team top clubs? So the answer to that question, if your kid has options between clubs, this is what I want you to do. You need to do an honest evaluation of these teams, right? What is your athlete's goal? Blah, blah, blah. Is their goal whatever? What is their goal? Then I want you to look at these two teams and figure out which team is going to help them achieve their goal. Whatever the goal is, which team is going to be the best option in terms of helping them achieve their goal? Who's the coach? What's the coach's philosophy? Sometimes y'all get on these clubs and the coach their goal is to play everybody. You need to know before you commit. You need to know before you commit to a club team, an AAU team, what is the goal? What is the coach's goal? Would save yourself a lot of heartache, because you guys got the goal of winning every tournament. The coach has the goal of simply playing everybody and keeping everybody happy. That's the wrong team for you. If your goal is to win, that's the wrong team for you. What level do these teams play on? Do they play at the same level? Are they traveling to the same tournaments? Again, that's going to matter depending on the goal. If your kid's goal is to simply play on the court all the time and never come off, then maybe they need to be maybe they need to be on the twos team. If your kid's goal is to play open level at qualifiers and win a bid, but only the ones team goes to open qualifiers, or plays open, then that's the team you need to, like I said, it depends on the goal. Depends on the goal. Mika, rainy day, spring break this week, heading to Kentucky for the World Challenge in a few weeks. Fantastic. Where in Kentucky is that? Where in Kentucky is the World Challenge? I have an incredible contact for you in Kentucky. She's in Louisville. If anybody ever needs training, if you need mental performance coach. Oh, it's in Louisville. All right. I'm going to share her information with you guys. I'll send you a message. Yeah. Awesome Mom Beth says middle school goal is court time and learning. High school goal is winning for us. Then it's important to know that. And it's also, I need you, my sports moms and sports dads, to be comfortable with declaring winning is the goal. We've been through a rocky phase in youth sports where people were afraid to say that they wanted to win. People were afraid to say, we're on this team because we're winners. We want to be winners. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with winning being the goal. While that may be the goal, that just means that your athlete's process needs to be sharpened so that they can win. There is nothing wrong with wanting to be competitive. There is nothing wrong with it. I celebrate competitiveness. I celebrate winners. I celebrate those who want to win. Okay? We want winners. Winning is a mindset. Winning is a mindset. We want kids that know how to win. Kids that are going to compete to win. That's what we want. Because that's going to translate and transfer not just on the court and on the field, but in life. And winning looks different for everybody. Winning looks different for everybody, but we need to raise kids that are not afraid to compete, kids that want to compete, kids that understand competition is where growth happens. That's what we want. April 10th through 12th. Okay, I'm going to get you her information, Mika. She's fantastic. Fantastic. Club is not for equal playing time. It is not, Awesome Mom Boss. At least my club wasn't. We didn't join club for equal playing time. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No ham, no turkey. No, ma'am. No ham, no turkey. All right. This is Daily Coaching for Sports Parents. Welcome. My name is Cinnamon. I am the D1 mom. My husband and I have raised 3 Division I full ride athletes, and now my intention is to empower you to lead your athlete and home like a champion. Is it possible to be recruited senior year of high school? 100%. It is possible, yes. Is it going to happen just because you think it's possible? No. Hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. Freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, or senior year, you need a recruiting plan. And because your athlete is a senior, or if you're the athlete because you're a senior, you need a plan and you need to hit the ground running. You need to start today. Sitting here in this live, asking your questions is a great start, but it's not as valuable as you doing 30 minutes of work on a recruiting plan. And as a senior, you need to be doing this immediately. My recruiting guide is up here. It has a section for parents who think they are late to the recruiting process. You need to get the recruiting playbook. The link is in my bio. Recruiting playbook. All right. Olia 760, welcome to the Raising Champions. This is the Morning Huddle, daily coaching for sports parents. If you guys have not already followed at Raising Champions, join us over there. We have over 111,000 tapped in, engaged, supportive sports moms and dads. Over 111,000. I have done hundreds of videos. If there is something there, if you need some information and you can't find it, send me a message and I'll send the video to you. If I don't have a video on your topic, on your question, I'm happy to create one for you. All right? If you were stuck in recruiting, if you don't know what you're doing, if you were overwhelmed or confused, if you were new to the process, you need to get my recruiting playbook. It is still only $27. All right, Olia. My son is starting high school next year in Kansas. Any advice to get him going to get off? hold up, to get offers from colleges. Successful recruiting, Aaliyah, is broken down into 3 phases, 3 steps. Step 1 is exposure. Step 2 is communication. Step 3 is relationships. Exposure, communication, relationships. What you're talking about is exposure. Exposure does not matter as much as you think it does, which high school your kid goes to, which team they play on, what their record is. What matters is you helping your athlete to get in front of the right coaches, the right level for your athlete, okay? And the way that you're going to do that is by emailing the coaches. Email the coach and send the highlights that your child has. You're recording everything that they do. We want full games. We want clips of their best plays. We want video of them working out. That's what you're putting on the YouTube page. And then when you email coaches, when your kid emails coaches, you're putting the link to their YouTube there. Okay, Aaliyah? So it's not about the school. It's about you managing the exposure for your athletes. Your athlete is the talent. Your athlete, your son or your daughter is the talent. But you, sports mom and sports dad, you are the project manager. You are overseeing all of this. You are organizing it. You are helping them to put a plan together. You are helping them to execute the plan. We're talking about a lot of money when we're dealing with scholarships, even roster spots, a lot of money. This is not something we are leaving up to 15 and 16-year-olds. That's ludicrous. You are helping your athlete navigate recruiting. You are going to learn. I am empowering you so you can lead them. That's what's happening over here. That's what is happening over here in Raising Champions. Elite athletes have elite parents. That doesn't mean parents that played in college. It doesn't mean parents that are wealthy. It doesn't mean parents that have power. It means parents who are tapped in, who are learning what they need to learn so they can lead their athletes. That's what it means. It means knowledge. Applied knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is power. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Huddle. It's daily coaching for sports parents. Daily coaching for sports parents. My name is Cinnamon. I am the D1 mom. My husband and I have raised 3 Division I full ride athletes. And our two sons are playing in March Madness this weekend, Friday in Philadelphia. To God be the glory. Oh, thank you for the money gun, Robin. Oh, Leah, thank you for sharing the live. Sharing is caring, guys. I am interested in getting more people into the Morning Huddle. I would love for this to be a well-attended show. Those of you who come every day, I love you. I appreciate you. We have a wonderful community, a great time here. I feel like you guys are fed. I feel like you are supported here, inspired, and I want more people to experience that. Christopher Jack, good morning. We are driving. It's only 2 hours. I don't have to deal with TSA. I hear that's been a real challenge for a lot of people lately, Christopher. So we are hitting the road. Yes, winning is a mindset. Tell the boys good luck. I will do that. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful, guys. This is the Morning Huddle, daily coaching for sports parents. My name is Cinnamon. I am the D1 mom. My husband and I have raised 3 Division I full ride athletes. Tab, how are you, Tab? We're headed to Philadelphia. City of brotherly love, girl. City of brotherly love, Philly. Can't wait. I'm going to Reading Terminal Market every day. And I am going to try to get by the convention center to support my volleyball moms and dads who are going to be at NEQ. So if you're going to be at NEQ in Philadelphia this weekend, send me a message, please, so I can contact you and get your schedule and figure out a time I can meet you. Excuse me, I would love to meet as many of you as possible that are going to be in Philadelphia this weekend. So, Christine, good morning. This actually, guys, is not my first time to Philadelphia, okay? So, many years ago, I took the kids to Philly for spring break. We took the train up. Steve had to work, but I took the kids up to Philadelphia. We took the train up there. We stayed 2 or 3 days. We had a fantastic time. We did all the tours. We that was when they still had, what's that boat thing called? I want to say duck, but that wasn't. It's not called duck, but they give you a duck whistle, a duck horn. Anyhow, so it's on land and you go in the water. We did that. I don't know if they still had it because there was a terrible accident several years back where people died. But we had a wonderful time. We had a wonderful time in Philadelphia, and I'm excited to be going back with them. I've been to Philly. My daughter, she did play volleyball, and because we're in Northern Virginia, we did NEQ every year. So I'm very familiar with Philly, love it. And plan to have the time of my life this weekend. Christopher, I do have a question though. When they were about 9 to 12, was it more about development or just playing? For us, Christopher, it's always been about development. It's always been about development. I think that too many kids across sports are in AAU and focused on playing games. They're not getting any better. They're not getting developed. They're just playing games. You need to get the development, and then in the games, you have a chance to do what you've learned, to show your development. You can't just be out here playing and without any training. So yeah, it's development has always been the priority for us. The fact of the matter, Christopher, is that most of the kids playing AAU basketball today will never play in college and will never sniff March Madness. And that's a fact, Jack. That's a fact. Welcome to the Morning Huddle. It's daily coaching for sports parents. My name is Ride the Duck. Yes. My name is Cinnamon. I am the D1 mom. My husband and I have raised 3 Division I full ride athletes. Love again for the win says, love how you did vision casting with your vids. Right with your kids. Write the vision and make it plain. Yeah, like it's not, I started to say it's just that easy, and it's not easy, right? It's simple, but it's not easy. Write the vision and make it plain. Too many, and it's not just us with our kids in sports, right? But it's us with our lives as moms and dads. What are we doing? Write the vision, write it down so everybody's clear. Write the vision, make it plain. and then create the plan and execute it. That's it. Write the vision, make it plain, and execute it. Write the vision, make it plain, create the plan, and execute it. That's it. That's it. And you need the plan because there are going to be lots of times you get knocked over. You get knocked off your feet. Whatever, it could be your kid in grades, it could be injuries, it could be your health, your partner's health, it could be financial. There are lots of times you will get knocked down. But when you have the plan, when you have written the vision, you can look up and say, okay, let me get up and get back on this. Right? Getting knocked down doesn't mean getting knocked out. Knocked down is not the same as knocked out. Get up, reassess, reevaluate, and get going. Get up, reassess, reevaluate, and get going. Rob, good morning. How are you, Rob? Recruiters sent us a few invites to attend spring practice football. All right. So this, if I'm understanding correctly, Rob, colleges have invited you and your athlete to come to watch spring practice at universities, right? It's well worth it. It's well worth it because your athlete needs to see what they need to see their goal in action. They need to see their goal in action. Okay? That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. I want y'all to go to spring practice if it's doable. Don't break your neck trying to go. Don't go into debt trying to go. But if you can drive to a spring practice, do that. Do that. And for those of you who have basketball players, women's, girls players, boys players, and you are near a venue where March Madness is happening, I want you to take those kids. Good morning, Kevin. I want you to take your kids to the open practices. I understand you may not be able to get tickets to the games, but open practices are free. And every team has an open practice time. And you can go to their social media to find out when their open practice is. You can just sit in the gym all day and teams come in one after another. I think they have maybe an hour or 90 minutes and you can just watch them practice. Your athlete will get to see how they move, how they warm up, how they listen to the coach, how they are supportive teammates, all the things that matter when raising a champion. So yes, you want to do that. You want to do that. Yeah. As a sophomore, Rob, it's not a waste of time because the very next year, after the sophomore year, they're going to be able to, coaches are going to be able to contact your athlete. So if it's a program they're interested in, a program that fits what they want in college and fits their athleticism, size, and skill, go to the spring practice, go to the spring games. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thoughts on attending, RJR says, thoughts on attending college summer camps as an incoming 8th grader. I think it's a good experience. If you can swing it, if it's not, it's not going to stress the family, I think a camp would be a good idea. As always, before you go to any camp, clinic, or showcase, I need you to make sure your athlete communicates with the camp director and lets them know, I'm coming to the camp, I'm coming to the clinic, I'm excited, this is what I'm looking forward to, I can't wait to meet you. So they are looking for your athlete, so they're looking for your kid. If you don't do that, you run the risk of having your kid put in left field and forgotten about it, okay? You run the risk of having them put in left field and be forgotten. We don't want that. We don't want that. So they've got to introduce themselves ahead of the camp, introduce themselves when they get to the camp, and write a thank you afterwards. That's all part of communication. All part of communication. Kevin says spring invites are 100% worth it. If your kid's a scholar, then they'll start college in the spring as well. Hold on 1 minute. So I have, let me tell y'all this. The one, she's going to Nebraska thing. Yeah, so interesting little tip here. I think that's going to be an incredible experience. I played high school volleyball with Lainey Choiboy's mother. That's crazy, right? Lainey's mother, Tammy, and I were high school teammates. We won the state championship together in Durham, North Carolina. And a matter of fact, when my daughter was playing club volleyball, Lainey was just starting out. And so we would see them at tournaments, and I was able to introduce my daughter to my former teammate. And we have a couple of pictures when they were little kids playing volleyball, and it's so cute to go back and look at. Boy Mom for Life, good morning, friend. Good morning. I've been listening while I got kids off to school. All right. Wonderful. Guys, as a reminder for those of you on the East Coast, we got some crazy weather coming through this afternoon. So I need y'all to be safe. Get where you're going. Get your kids. Get inside and take shelter. It's supposed to be like lots of pop-up tornadoes and things. So when we get off live, I'm going to bring in some practice. Bring in our patio furniture and make sure there's no wreath on the front door. Get everything secure because it's going to be wild, I fear. Tab, I didn't realize the practices are open to the public. I'm definitely taking my son. That's awesome, Tab. Yes, they have open practices. So that's exciting. It's a lot of fun. I've done this before I've done it before when I attended March Madness games and when I attended volleyball championship games as well. Took my daughter. So it's a lot of fun and it's free. It's 100% free. Boy Mom for Life. Any tips on how to improve basketball IQ when I don't have the best basketball IQ? So I love this question because, again, elite athletes have elite parents. So you don't have to know. You don't have to be able to, you don't have to have the IQ to coach, right? Because that's what you have the coach for. But I understand the need of wanting to understand what your kid is trying to do, what they might be struggling with on the court. So the best tip I could give you would be just to watch as much as you can. To watch as much volleyball as you can. What is your child's position? What's your child's position? Tiffany says, just looked at tickets for Philly and Capital One Arena. What are the tickets looking like? What are they looking like, Tiffany, in terms of the cost? The way that you help is to let him watch. He needs to be watching basketball. He needs to be watching it. He needs to be watching his position and studying it. Look at how they position themselves on defense. Look at how they drive to the basket. Look at how they shoot. They can lay the ball up with their left hand or their right hand. Look at the intensity. Look at how they handle the ball, what they do, what plays they run based on the amount of time that's left. Right? Look at inbounds plays. Guys, let me see. Guard and shooting guard, 180 on the low end. Okay. I got you. Guard and shooting guard. So, as a point guard, Boy Mom for Life, your child, Their job is to run the offense. They are the floor general. So they are running the floor, the team. When they need to be a great passer, needs to be able to communicate to people where they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to be doing, and a standout defender. Shooting guard, shoot or shoot. He needs to understand what a good shot is versus a bad shot. So he should be studying guards during March Madness. He should be taking notes on point guards and shooting guards. Kevin says 85 today in Northern California. That is fantastic. It's like 75 here today, but we're going to have a bunch of hurricanes running through. Wonderful. Guys, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Huddle. It's daily coaching for sports parents. My name is Cinnamon. I am the D1 mom. My husband and I have raised 3 Division I full ride athletes, and I am here now to empower you, to lead your athlete at home like a champion. Are there any other questions for me this morning? Any other questions? I think I told you everything I needed to tell you. He also plays powered forward a lot. He's a big kid. Very good. Very good. I am having to send Cooper my list, ticket list. It's happening, y'all. Tiffany, how do we find the practices and time? So the way that I used to do it when when we were going to volleyball, to the tournament practices for volleyball, the social media account. So go to Instagram, Tiffany, and look at the teams that are playing in the city that's closest to you. So for DC, pull up the bracket, look at the teams playing in DC, and then go to their Instagram pages, and they will have on there when they are practicing, because they love for people to come in and watch them practice. So do that. Do the same for Philadelphia as well, but it should be on their Instagram accounts. Maybe also check their web pages, check their website. All right. Wonderful. Just finished his current season this weekend, and we got invited to practice with a great team. Okay, I love that. I love that. The question is, what makes it a great team? What makes it a great team? It should be a great team because you already have a goal for your athlete, and you know that this team, because you've done your research, you know that this team is going to get him closer to his goal. That's what a great team should be in this case. All right. Look and see how many kids have they helped to achieve the goal that your kid has. That's one way you can assess whether a team is a good fit or not. Remember, coaches will say anything. Coaches will say anything to get you on the team. And then once you're there, you realize this is not what I wanted. This is not what we needed. But there you are, because you didn't do your due diligence up front. We don't want that to be you. We don't want that to be you. It's a kind of unofficial tryout. They've seen him play after they already had a team done. Yeah. But they like him. That's very common. That's very common in basketball. Very common. All right, guys. Are we wrapping up? Are we wrapping up here? Oh, the storm came through Alabama last night. It was a bad storm. We've gone from tornado watch to sleet hell. That's what's coming this way. That's what's coming this afternoon. Yeah. Guys, before we get offline here, I want you guys to take a minute and let me know what type of content, what you want to know about March Madness. Because I'm about to be deep in this thing. I'm going to be deep in it. So whatever questions you have, what you want to sneak peek at, if you need to know what I'm packing, like what is it that you need to know? What are your burning questions about March Madness? Robin says, do you get 8 tickets? I don't know. I don't know yet, Robin. I just sent the names that I know, my family that I know is going to attend, and we'll see what happens. But if it was 4 tickets per athlete, then yes, I would automatically have 8. I would automatically have 8. But mind you, my young men have been hit up already. They got messages last night from people wanting. Uh-oh. My live visibility has been restricted, y'all. My live visibility has been restricted because I just got a notice I was directing people off the platform. Bad. Bad. My apologies for that. Let's see. Please be safe. Everybody, yes, be safe. All right, nothing for you to do with this practice tryout situation. If they invited him. So all you need to do is make sure he is rested and hydrated. Rested, hydrated, and ready and fueled and ready to perform. That's all you need to do, boy, mom. The gear is going to be, it's going to be mad. It's going to be wild. It's going to be exciting. What have they gotten already? I know that Nike, you've seen the shirts that everybody is wearing. Also, the way that it works, right, is that Nike, if it's a Nike school, meaning Nike sponsors a team, they provide the gear for the team. And then Adidas will do the same for their schools. They do a conference tournament shirt. And that same shirt, it's the same message for every Nike school. Same message. And then the school logo is on the shirt, right? So you've seen already with the conference tournaments, you've seen all the Nike schools wearing the same shirt, just with different colors and the different logo, same shirt. So Nike sent, right after they won their conference tournament, Nike sent new shoes. Nike sent new shoes. And so they've got 1 pair of shoes already. but there's going to be a lot more coming in. I remember my daughter's volleyball team, her freshman year, they made it to the Sweet 16. And they got, they were going from College Station, Texas to Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin for the Sweet 16. They got huge puffer coats. They got hats, gloves, fanny packs, new game shoes, new slides, new casual shoes, new shirts. Did they get a new uniform? I don't remember about the uniform. New water bottles. They got like crazy gear, which I thought was so sweet because they didn't have big puffer coats. They didn't have the coats and the hats that they needed for Wisconsin because they were in Texas. And I thought that was just so considerate and thoughtful, and I appreciated that as a mother. Miranda, good morning, friend. We are going to Philly. We're going to Philly. Your nephews are going to Philadelphia to play UConn on Friday night. It's a late game. So we're going to take power naps during the day so we can be up and at our best for the game. Thanks for asking, Miranda. All right, so I will thank you, Crystal Ruby. She says, good luck to your boys. Bad weather in Texas, Hayden says. I'm going to get Brighton. I'm going to get him a list of the gear. I will track the gear for sure. Behind the scenes, what the players experience. So my challenge with behind the scenes is that the people who I need to get the video, Cooper and Cole, I can't count on them for that. I can't count on them. I mean, I'm sure they would like to, but they're going to be so locked in and focused on their own experience. I don't know what type of video footage I'll get from them, but I can get you my behind the scenes for sure. March Madness is a great experience. When I was younger, D Rose was playing, then Memphis was #1. I remember those days, Hayden. I remember those days. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We were in Charlotte, Kay says, a couple years back and stayed in the same hotel with March Madness players. So fun. It's just an exciting time. It's an exciting time. You have the best mods. I always know if I put my question, they will pin it in order. Amazing with mods. That's Robin, y'all. Robin is our mod. She's phenomenal. She volunteered for this position. And she does it with such excellence and professionalism. I appreciate her. I appreciate her so much. And shout out also to Kelsey, who stepped in on Friday to help, even though I wasn't able to make her an official mod. I had all sorts of challenges on Friday. Nonetheless, I appreciate the support. Boy Mom for Life says, I'm interested in your experience as a mother of an athlete playing in March Madness. Okay, I can do that for sure, Boy Mom. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Totally understand. We want Cooper and Cole locked in. Yes, they are. All right, guys. Wonderful. Good luck to them. Reed Jr. went to Link Academy with my nephew. I'm excited to watch them play. Yes, Link Academy is another great post-grad program as well. Tiffany, I think I sent that to you already, Link Academy. Kelsey says, but shout out to Robin, all she does. I was regulating my emotions. Right, Hayden, you know me. He's talking about sin. Don't get sidetracked. Record. I am really, I'm really going to try. Like, I want to do this. I want to record, but it's difficult because I do get caught up, Hayden. You know me well. You know me well, friend. Already. Right. It's like I get caught up and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be recording. So, yeah. All right, guys, let's wrap it up. I got to get out of here, go run some errands. I have a wonderful, this is what I was going to tell you. This algorithm here on TikTok did a thing a couple weeks ago. I was searching on how to, make some buttons or something for this conference tournament. So when I opened up TikTok, it put a woman right there on my FYP who makes buttons and game day stuff. And I look, and she lives not far from me here in Northern Virginia. And I was like, what? I sent her a message. She gets right back to me. She made us the best big heads, buttons, stickers. Like, we were so set. So as soon, and I'm going to share that. I don't have it right here with me, but I'll share it tomorrow on Morning Huddle. And then as soon as we won the conference tournament, I texted her. I said, Natalie, we're going dancing. I need something else. So she is making a jacket for me, and I am going to deliver the jacket to her. I'm going to show you the jacket beforehand, and I'm going to just let her do her thing. So then I'll share it with y'all. And of course, I'll share her contact and information because she does ship. Super talented, very professional, very reasonably priced. So I will share her information with y'all tomorrow here on the Morning Huddle, so you can see the gear too. It's very cool. But I was like, okay, all right, algorithm, I see you working. I see you working. Meta glasses. That's exactly what I need. That's exactly what I need, Robin. So all I can just say record now, and it can start recording. Out here feeling like the $6 million man. Tiffany, going to try to make the game Friday. Okay, if you're coming, Tiffany, let me know. And if I come across extra tickets, Tiffany, I got you. I'm probably not going to come across extra tickets, but if I do, I got you. I need to know your last name, though. Send me your last name, Tiffany. Message me. TikTok is such a great tool when used right. I love it. Wonderful. All right, guys, that's it. Let's put our hands in. Raising Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3. Raising Champions. Thank you guys for being here. The Morning Huddle for sports parents. See you tomorrow at 9:15. Send me the DM with your last name, Tiffany. 35. That 36. Wow, that's a record, Robin. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Be safe. Have a wonderful day. Family did show out. Family did show out. Showed up and showed out. Have a wonderful day. Be safe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Ciao.